Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. In the contest, we visit multiple temples. We go there, we study them in detail, we gather the information from available sources, particularly guide, local boards, local literature available, and people who tells us lot of stories and myths around around this temple, who are staying in the villages, but the information they give is absolutely stunning. Today's topic is on Gondeshwar temple, Sinnar. Now where is Sinnar? Sinnar can be approached either from Nasik or from Pune by a car. It is around 190 kilometers from Pune and around 35 kilometers from Nasik. So once we go to Sinnar, the temple is within the city itself. Now before start, let's have a disclaimer. We acknowledge with thanks all the information we have for this lecture. We also thank the people who has uploaded certain information in public domain. Though it is royalty free, we have to thank them because they have taken efforts to gather this information. So let's get going to study the temple at Sinnar, but not before we go into the historical aspect. The Gondeshwar temple was built during the rules of the Syuna, or that is the Yadavas dynasty, and is variously dated from 11th to the 12th century. But for us, it is around 900 years old or more than that. Now, Sinnar was a stronghold of the dynasty during their pre-empirical period, and the modern historians identify it as this Syunapura. That is the name of this town that was established by Yadava king, that by name Syuna Chandra. So Syuna Chandra has established Syunapuram, and that was an important town of the Yadava dynasty. According to local tradition, the town of the Sinnar was established by the Gawali, that is Yadavas. Chief Rao Singuni and Gondeshwar temple were commissioned by his son Rao Govinda. So that's why the name Govindeshwar has come. At a cost of around 200,000 rupees, according to another suggestion, the temple is also known as the Govindeshwara since it was built by the Yadavas and Govinda Raja was a founder of it. And there are historical evidences, that is inscriptions, are there to suggest all these historical aspects. Now we have to go into details. So architectural details. The Gondeshwar temple is built in a BHUMIJA style in the form of a Panchayatana complex. Now we should know what is a BHUMIJA complex. We have made extensive video on the types of the temple architecture. In that we have covered this topic extensively. Not only covered, but we have given details of many of the temples which was constructed in a BHUMIJA style. Links are given below. You can visit our website and you can go to this particular topic. The main features are that of the shrine, which is usually of Shiva, surrounded by multiple subsidiary shrines, which may be of the sun, which may be of Parvati or Vishnu or other gods. That depends, but usually Panchayatan means one main shrine and 4 small shrines. The temple is situated on a rectangular platform. As we know, in a temple construction development, the raised platform is the technology evolved from north. The South Indian Dravidian style usually had temples at the ground level, but subsequently the temples which were constructed has a elevated platform, and the most elaborated or distinguishing is that of the Hoysala, which had it in star shaped. So it has got a rectangular elevated platform measuring more than 125 by 95 feet. The plan of the temple is very similar to that of the Ambarnath Shiva temple, but the sculptures on the exterior wall are of inferior quality than those of the Ambarnath temple. It depends on the age in which the temple was constructed. It depends on the stone they had. Most fortunate were Hoysalas. They had soft stone which was soft to mold, and hard it becomes the aging. So that was their luck. Here if you see this stone very carefully, you will find the stone is not of black. It has got multiple white spots which makes it brittle, because the white spots indicate presence of chunkhari or calcium. The temple complex was originally surrounded by walls which are now mostly destroyed, but you can get evidences of it. There are evidences that walls are around the temple, and as you know, this wall around the temple is a peculiarity of Dravidian style. Then Udeshwar temple, also known as Neelkanteshwar temple in Udaipur, Madhya Pradesh, is also designed on the same line, and you will find a lot of similarities between these two temples. So when we study the temples, we find out that a lot of temples resemble each other. As can be seen from the pictures, the Gondeshwar is a magnificent structure sitting on a large stone. We have seen that platform, that is Jagati, and that has been adapted from the North Indian style, that is Nagra style. The temple was built in 11th to 12th century in different stages, though there are controversies. One thing is 100% sure, it is before 12th centuries, and some people believe it is in a Hemarpanthi style. Now there are different shrines. One means there are some other additional sub-shrines. So some of them are in Bhumij style, some of them are in Hemarpanthi style. To tell you, Hemarpanthi style do not reflect any particular style, but indicates in which the temple is constructed. We have a video, do visit it and know what exactly is Hemarpanthi style. They do not use cement, mortar, and they just have large blocks of stones precisely aligned in such a geometrical ways that they will adhere to each other, they will hold each other, and they will have excellent balance. Though the temples are large, huge, tall, they have got perfect equilibrium balanced. In fact, the temple has lasted for thousands of years. Now we know it since the carbon dating is available. Today we are in 21st centuries, but still the temple is excellent as compared to the aging. Now that we should understand the technologies, we should understand the primitive tools they had, and we should appreciate the computers were not there, so they have to design structurally as well as everything manually, and that makes them really great. Now what is the significance of this place? This was a Yadava's important place, as we have seen, and they had lot of activities concerning to the religious foundations in this area. The Panchayatan style also was developed by them, and some people call this as a Deccan style of architecture. Now the four shrines are of Shiva, Vishnu, Surya, Parvati and Lord Ganesha. And they are all fascinating, wonderful temples. Most of them are in fairly good shape. Now Gondeshwar temple is built in a Bhumij. Hemarpanthi was a type or the architecture style in which it was constructed, and they have to use the available stone. So this stone was not as much good quality as that of the Hoysala people or that of the Chalukyas of Badami. The shrine of the temple corner are damaged slightly. They are not in good shape, but still you can identify their glory Now the temple is taken over by Archaeological Society of India. Once Archaeology Society takes the temple, they have got their own rules and regulation. But one thing is sure, they have got the team which can maintain these temples. They have got strict rules by which we have to keep these temples. It is really nice. Really they are maintaining. And most important thing is they repair it in such a way that the originality is not lost. More than 80% reality is not lost. 20% is only lost. That is their skill. Now, if we see places like Alampur, where the total rehabilitation of temple is done, they have done it in such a way that they have achieved this ratio more than 80% of accuracy or near originality. So that is the good part they are taking care. They have got different types of treatment by which they can preserve the stones, their architectural beauties. So Gondeshwar temple, we have seen the history. Gondeshwar temple, we have seen how to reach, and we have seen grossly how it looks like. Then the structure we have seen, it is Panchayatana type. We have seen Hemadpanthi was the interlocking style of the stones they used. We have seen that it resembles Bhumija constructions. It has got a raised jagati that is typical of the North Indian. Now, what more we can see? In front of this temple complex, Panchayatan, there is another Sabha Mandap which has got an open hole at the sky that is called sometime as a moon hole, or there is a specific days when you will get exactly moon coming in center of it. When we are showing you the pictures, appreciate it. Now, as typical, it has got a Garbhagriha, it has got an Antarala, then it has got Sabha Mandapa, and in addition to that, there are surrounding temples around it. Now we are going to divide it into two. This is the external beauty, and in that also there are a lot of carvings of the deities, goddesses, then some scenes of the Ramayanas, and another beauty of it is the symmetrical designs or the decorations which adds into the beauty. Now here we are seeing a Shiva in the form of Bhairava. That is another thing which people of iconology want to study in this temple. If Shiva's temple is there, there has to be Nandi in it. Then if we see there is a compound, this compound is peculiarity of Dravidian style, then this compound should have 4 doors, north, east, west and south. Now this we are entering from the north side, that is the common. This is the entrance. Now South Indian people used to have Gopuram, that is all the 4 corners of the wall used to have a door which was decorated, and sometimes it was more decorated than temple, sometimes it was more heighted than the temple. As that those ruined some of the structures, still you can see the partial distorted compound wall, and you can also see the entrances. In one of the entrance which I have shown you is softly decorated, while another which is towards east side has got a moon opening, that is the opening at the sky, and also mild decorations. Here you can appreciate early morning at the time of sunrise, how it is the beauty which is shining out once the sun comes out, and you are seeing a main temple. It is Panchayatana style, so it has to be 4 sub-shrines. Now that also we are going to see. Now this is the entrance. Appreciate the architectural designing, raised jagati, sculptures, extremely neat surrounding premises. Active worship here is going on. People are allowed to worship Lord Shiva. Now the surrounding shrines are also decorated. You can appreciate the beauty of it. How nice. And you have to keep in mind, it was constructed 1000 years back with the primitive tools, and it had withstood all the changes in atmosphere, sun, rain, earthquakes, etc. And it is still standing. If you see the height, how they are balanced, no cement, no structural designing equipments, no computers, some here reconstruction, reinforcement work you are seeing. The surrounding shrines has deities which are worshipped. We are going to see them when we will be going to each and every temple. This we are appreciating now, exterior beauty. Look at the sculptures, look at the decorations, look at the balancing, how they are done. But it is true that certain portion of the temple are becoming loose. Now this is another structure covering the wall where you can see a opening in the center, which is called as moon hole, or you can see moon in center of it on certain days. Now similar you can see at another temple, that is in Khidrapur, Kopeshwar temple, where the moon comes here exactly at Tripuri Purnima. Now look at this beauty, how nicely decorated. In this temple, photography is allowed, so you can use your camera skills here. These are now sub-shrines. As I told you, there are 4 sub-shrines. Now this is the entrance. Now beyond entrance we are going to cover in the next lecture, which is concerning with the interiors of this temple. Extensive topics need to divide into 2. So we are divided into the external features and the internal features and beauties, which we are going to appreciate in the next video. The links are given. Do look at it. Since active worship is going on, you will get all the things required for offering your rituals outside the temple at the entrance gate. This Shivalinga is also outside the temple. Temple also have a Shivalinga. This is in addition to it. Look at the beauty of sub-shrines. Though they are not main shrines, they are sub-shrines in spite of that beauties. Now we are seeing this from all the 4 sides. So this is not only from one side, that this picture gives you idea about the 3-dimensional views of the temple. So we have taken photographs from all around the temple in 360 degrees, covering each and every corner of this temple, each and every carving of the temple, and each and every beauty spots. You can keep on seeing how beautiful, how nice they are. This is a sub-shrine of Lord Ganesha. To the right side is a Surya. Now here you are seeing Gajapatti. Gajapatti is the lowermost portion which is formed by the elephants. What symbolizes elephant? Your strength, your financial powers, your richness. So that all is indicated by elephant. Elephant Gajapatti is as though it is lifting this full temple on their back. And this particular Gajapatti is a speciality of Yadavas, and lot of temples which are constructed by Yadavas, you will find these Gajapattis are there. So that is one of the characteristic. This is Surya temple. The one we are seeing in front is the Parvati, Ma Parvati or Goddess Parvati temple. This is a small shrine to the side. Yes, two views we are seeing from two angles. Gajapatti is all around. Now we are seeing a beautifully carved. Now we are coming to the north side of the temple. Now here the water of the worship or after Abhisheka which comes out is either through a cow's face, that is Gomukha, or a crocodile. So crocodile is a peculiarity again of the Yadavas. So whichever temples they are constructed, they have this type of outlet which are representing a crocodile or Magar Mukha. Magar Mukha is a mouth of a magar from which the water falls down. That was a shikhara. In that shikhara a owl was sitting. You must have observed it. Though it was a daytime, it was looking outside. Now this is Ganesha. As I told you, all the four sides there are this is shikhara. You can see a small space in shikhara occupied by owl. Usually it comes out in the night, but somehow it is looking outside during day also. When you go to see the temples, have a look at the small things also. You might find sometimes some unusual thing over there. This is the entrance. As the day advances, it will get more and more crowded. Now here they are given some structural reinforcement. We cannot make a complete rotation, circumambulatory path. If it is Shiva temple, so you have to make it as 3/4 and 1/4. Now we have come back to the remaining 1/4 from the other side, where you will see Makar Mukha, that is the crocodile mouth. You have to take the turn back and come from the other side. Now with that we are coming to end of this external beauty, external details of this Gondeshwar temple, Sinnar. I hope you are like the video. If you are like, give us a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe us. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Logs off till we meet next time. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care.